All right. It's been a while, and I've accidentally spoiled myself with like reading some of these posts already. Because I mean, the new update just came out, so how could I not, right? I think this one's a shit post, by the way. This guy has made a couple of shit posts, but you know, fair.
This game is not illiterate friendly. Not all of us have the literacy skills required to play this game and enjoy it. Konami. In fact, the illiterates of us cannot play this game outright. Remove all text from cards. Keep it simple, like the first-gen Pokemon games. Something like fire has advantage over grass, that are easy to understand and figure out. It's time we moved on into having less card text instead of more. If you want to have more players join the game, make the game dumb again. I wonder if they could do a reboot though. I think they've tried to do a reboot with Duel Links and speed dueling, like in person. But it's just, I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, imagine if that's how like the element system worked in Yu-Gi-Oh, could you imagine like, I don't know, Snake Eyes going up against Tearlaments and Tearlaments going up against fuck, like Thunder Dragons? I don't really know what else. I don't know if wind really does the same effect as grass, but all right. Play Duel Links. It has the latest, wait. It has the latest Rush Duel. Wait. Wait, you can play Rush Duel in Duel Links? Oh my god, if this is true, I might actually play Duel Links. Because if I can get the Rush Duel cards in Duel Links and like play heroes in Duel Links again, hell yeah. Some dueling, alright, fair enough. Is it alright? Fair enough. Oh no, KBJ, is it like a fucking microtransaction fuckfest? Like, oh no. Duel Links sucks. It can't be that bad. Can't be that bad, right? They're not gonna get the new Neos cards? Oh, lame. Why? Short effect text, everything you need goes there. Alright. Wait, what is this? I just want my Elemental Hero, Avian, Personatrix, and Wing Karibo team to beat up everything. Literally me, though. It's like 3 years behind. Oh god. Oh god. No one took it competitively seriously. I wonder what it would have been like to be at a tournament back in the day, like in like 2005, 2006. Because seeing Tag Force again, it's like, I know Mirror Force got banned because it was like a pretty fucking disgusting toxic card. Right? But like, imagine spending like 10 turns to build up your board of like 2 boss monsters, okay? And then your opponent just Raigekis or Dark Holes. And then you're back to square one again, and you gotta start fucking building up again. Oh, Boomer Lob. He's doing it. He's doing it. RNG is... What is this RNG? Oh, this is that thing Azora was talking about. I know people will say RNG is RNG, but I still believe that Konami does something shady with alt art rates. If you got the alt art Kagiri, congrats, you beat the odds. Here's what 28,000 gems got me. 28,000 gems. Dude, you got Mathmech Circular. Oh, that's depressing. Well then. I know odds like this. Oh, sorry. I know odds are like this, but look at my linkage and other cards. I'm not saying the ultra rare rate is scummy. I think it gives the correct odds. I just don't think the alt arts have the same chance of ultra rare pulls as others do. I got 27 ultras from the proper spot in the pack. I had none of these cards previously. Not a single Kagari,
Sorry, not a single Kagari. In before someone is like, herder, I got 2 in a single pull. Again, congrats. You hit whatever twisted lottery this is supposed to be. But luck is clearly not on my side. They're pivoting to Sky Strikers right now, as we speak. They're still spending money on it. Also, 28,000 gems, that's a lot of fucking money. Holy shit. Fucking hell. Exactly, Moby. Exactly. Yeah, that's right. I actually don't know if they did do something scumming like this, by the way, with like, whatchamacallit, with the drop rates for alt art, because I'd never really wanted an alt art like Ash Blossom with the feet. Not really my thing. I don't know if that's like super duper duper rare. There was another alt art though that happened recently. Oh yeah, the Apollosa thing, the bow fella. I got that accidentally when I was opening just master duel packs. No, I wasn't going for it or anything. It's been the fun corner. Mopey, if you want to play some Tag Force, I've got the fun version of the game if you want to play it. It's got fun dueling. Sorry. I think I got a playset of all things Valmonica, save one of the ultra rares actually. That I got 0 of. But it doesn't matter because I got excessive crafting points now. So I'm trying to figure out how to build Valmonica since my first pendulum deck ever since Magispector. Valmonicas are pendulums? What the fuck are Valmonicas? Hold on. I actually don't think I know. Oh, there is actually a card I do want that just came out. Exceed the Pendulum is something I want to get. I probably should have opened the pack with Exceed the Pendulum in it. That's my own fault. But I probably should have done that. I do want that card. How the fuck do you spell Valmonica? Oh, it's Val. Oh shit. How the fuck is this a pendulum deck? There's 2 cards. What do you mean pendulum deck? You just get to place the other one in your zone. What the fuck? KBJ, what the fuck is this bullshit? How do you even like link summon? Resonance counters, what the fuck? It's a deck with pendulums. Ah, it's one of those. Ah, I gotcha. All the cards just say Valmonica on them. What the fuck? What the fuck are hang on, what the fuck are resonance counters? What is this bullshit? Oh, it's a life point gain deck. And then take effect damage. Oh. You want to like harmonize your why is there just like waifus on the cards though? What? What is all this? What is... Okay, I'm moving on. What is the point of that deck? Alright. It's a Schizo Girl archetype. Alright, I understand. I understand. These competitive randos. I think that's what... Something I noticed as well. The download page for Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 1, the HD pack with all the crazy cards and shit in it. There's a little tag on there saying that fuck Konami for making Master Duel the worst, like, dueling experience of, like, all time. That's why I have to go back to older games. Like, that was, like, on the download page. I'm like, okay. Alright. Interesting. I like Konami making these fucking, like quote unquote pendulum decks when they're not really pendulums. They just have pendulum cards in them. Jesus Christ. Also, I've seen a lot of people trying to go for the Sword Soul deck from the campaign codes, and like I don't really. There's loner decks now. Like you can get loner decks. Oh, it's got trade-in? Okay. Oh, this guy with his fucking creation thing. So, okay, I don't know who Rainy Days is. This has a lot of comments on. I'm not gonna read all the comments, but like, I don't know who they are. Possibly a furry. I'm not gonna point at any fingers here, but like, I've seen them pop up a few times in various different fucking. Oh my god, in different forums, like all over the place. So I don't know much about them. Yeah, Azora is right. Just play like fucking random bullshit. You never know what can happen. Never get the apps. I mean, that's fair. You could get Mars Duel and just play solo. You could play solo. But I recommend the Tag Force games. I think Azora I would recommend Tag Force 6, but I don't know anything about 5Ds. Azora, I feel like if I watch 5Ds after GX, I'll play Tag Force 6. All right, because then I'll probably understand what the fuck is going on in the story or anime. I'll get it then. Sorry. Anyway, I don't know. You guys seem to enjoy these, and we haven't had one in a while. So, Rainy Days, a continuous spell card. You can only activate one Rainy Days per turn, and once per turn during your end phase. Place one rain counter on this card. If a water monster declares an attack, place one rain counter on this card. Once per turn, you can inflict 100 damage to your opponent, for each rain counter on this card, and if you do, you cannot declare an attack for the rest of the turn. Okay. That's a very shit card, my guy, but alright, I understand. 5Ds. I've heard it's really good. I have not seen it, though. I know about, like, Yusei and, the speed dueling and the fucking speed counters and stuff like that. I know about that shit. You're watching both GX and 5Ds? Oh my god, Mopey, Tag Force... the Tag Force games are built for you, alright? Duke of Delirium. Fire Fiend. Alright, level 5. Okay. Interesting attack and defense points. Whenever either player activates a card or effect that would add exactly one card from their deck to their hand, the opponent of the player who activated that card can send one random card from the activating player's deck and add it to their hand instead. Wait, what? The opponent of the player who activated that card. So, let's say your opponent, who you've summoned Duke of Delirium and your opponent activates emergency call, right? It just changes the card that you search for. I mean, that would give you like a huge card advantage by seeing their deck. And you just give them some shitty card. Although I guess there's more crazier shit out there that exists, like, you know, Lullaby of Obedience. It would only stop cards that add exactly one card from their deck to their hand. So many cards add exactly one card from their deck to their hand. Like, all of them, my guy. It is Azora. People are making their own cards. Number 3000. User, the Great Saint Dragon, rank 10, Divine. There's no... Dude, you can't just have Divine. Alright, that doesn't work. Nobody can have Divines anymore. Divine Beast, Effect, XYZ, Attack Defense, whatever. 3 level 10 monsters. You only rank 10 and you're giving it fucking Divine? Make it 12 at least. Cannot be special summoned except by XYZ summon. When XYZ summoned, I know I'm saying XYZ, not XZs, alright? Because I'm not a fucking Yuma jabroni, okay? Other cards and their effects cannot be activated. Card effects cannot target or destroy this card. This card, so you mean like unaffected by like card effects is what you mean to say. You just go whole hog wild, okay? You don't have to fucking dial it back. You can be non-binary. This card gains 1000 attack and defense if, sorry, if Slime for the Sky Dragon was using XYZ material. For every XYZ material attached to it. If you're gonna fucking give up Slime for the Sky Dragon for this jank ass fucking card, are you shitting me? Also, are you saying you have to put all the divine beasts into one to make this? No one's gonna do that. People are just gonna cheat it out with fucking Utopic Future. Fuck off. Duelist of Roses game? I've heard about Duelist of Roses, but I think that's too old for me, Mopey. Like, I think that is like too far into the pits of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Playground hell. Because I don't understand how the fuck that game even functions. Like, I think I saw KBJ playing it, and you basically just take like a monster with another one and you fuse it together with like no coherent strategy whatsoever. Like, what did the fuck does it even do? What are the rules? It's so fucking jank. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I don't quite get it. I don't quite get it. Oh, that reminds me though. So apparently the reason why I learned about this the other day too with the card Last Will, but the reason why the card Last Will is banned is because of so many ruling inconsistencies with it, because it's such an old card where as long as a monster you control left the field and went to the graveyard, at any point during your turn, doesn't matter when it is, you can special summon a monster from your deck with like 1500 less attack points. Like, at any point, you can activate that card in your like fucking main phase 1 and then just like leave it until you get destroyed by battle or something and then bring out something else mid-battle phase. Like, I don't know what people were using it for exactly to get it fucking like super banned, other than it just being really confusing. But holy shit. Mopey, I probably wouldn't get that far. The thing is, I also don't really know much about the like early Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Like, I would like to say that I'm a fan of the OG anime, but I'm not. I'm actually a fan of like GX. And that's about it, really. Like, that's about it. It's more like D&D. That is an interesting way to phrase it. Also, hang on. If this card was XYZ summoned using Slime for the Sky Dragon as XYZ material, then while it is face up, while it's on the field face up, while it is on the field, all face up monsters on your opponent's field lose 1000 attack and defense. That's not that much, but okay. Once per turn, you can activate one of the following effects. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard to attach one card in your hand to this card as XYZ material. If Slime for the Sky Dragon is attached as XYZ material, detach one XYZ material from this card, special summon one monster from either player's graveyard. Can only be activated if you don't control any of the monsters summoned by this effect. I like how there's potential here, but then he fucked himself by making it 3 level 10 monsters. Like, you also have to include the effect can also be XYZ summoned by using Slime for the Sky Dragon as the whole material for it. Like, you can just rank it up on top of Slime for the Sky Dragon if you just want to make a fucking Slime for the Sky Dragon OC, okay? Like, that's fine. Because, like, you're never going to be in a position... If you've got 3 level 10 monsters on the field, I don't think you have to make this card because this card's effect is pretty shit. Not gonna lie. You might as well just have 3 different level 10 monsters on the field. Jaden's take a shit though. Take that back, Mopey. Take that back. You know what I did, Mopey? I played Tag Force 1. I opened Jaden's packs, like fucking 20 of them, alright? I got my Miracle Fusions, I got my fucking heroes, and I was rolling around beating people with fucking Steam Healer and shit. So, it's great, mate. What are you talking about? I will say, old heroes are very interesting to play, to say the least. Lore. User is the true name of Osiris. Oh, yo, we're getting into this background again with Slifer, all that bullshit. It's only fitting they were given built-in monster reborn effect. His sealed form is a giant ankh, and his full form is similar to his base counterpart, but with extra mouths on the side of his face, vertically aligned, and a lot of monster reborn ankhs hanging off him. Being being a boss monster in mental fanfiction, I have. Suffice to say, he's purposefully overpowered. You call this overpowered? You call this overpowered? This is overpowered? You just summon one monster from your opponent's graveyard? And you attach a monster as material? What? What? How is that overpowered? You've got fucking monsters in the game already that just gain like 13,000 attack for just existing. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Not even close to being overpowered. Not even close. Oh, this is 2 years ago. All right. Granted, power creep and all that might have been a different game 2 years ago. Okay. Might have been a different game. Another fun creation. Oh god, no. Fuck no.
The Obelisk, the Toon Mentor. Level 10, attack rate divine.
Oh, he's a Toon Obelisk. All right.
Can't be normal summoned or set.
Cannot be special summoned except by attributing 3 monsters from your side of the field while you control Toon World. Cannot be summoned by the effect of Red Eyes Toon Dragon or Toon Dark Magician. You could just say cannot be summoned by the effect of Toon monsters, but okay. Cannot be destroyed except by its own effect. Cannot attack on the turn it is summoned. If Toon World is on the field, if Toon World on the field is removed from the field, destroy this card. While you control Toon World, and your opponent controls no Toon monsters, this card can attack your opponent directly. A battle damage from the attack will be cut in half. Unless you attribute 2 Toon monsters before attacking. Other monsters cannot attack on the turn this card attacks. How much attack does it have? I know the answer is obviously 4,000, but where did he put that? There's no attack anywhere. All right. What's the highest level card? 12. But apparently level 12 and rank 12 is limited to very exclusive cards, okay? Like cards that break the game. Like Crimson Dragon and shit. Only 12. Actually, Mopey, I shouldn't say 12 because KBJ, I think it was KBJ or Caboose, showed me a fucking monster getting to like level 43. Because apparently there is no cap to level scaling. And if you just have a monster that gains levels, you can bypass that restriction of 12. You just go all the way up to like fucking 1,000,000 if you wanted to. If you had that many monsters on the field. Fucking absurd. Sure, I like these. This person sounds like they might actually give a fucking legit card. And not like a boomer card, alright? These last 2 cards, or 3 cards have been boomer cards. Sure, I like these. Silent Dungeon. Field spell. Is it gonna be like Mystic Mine? Once per turn, you can reveal a silent monster in your hand. Special summon a silent token. So attack defense. The token's type will match the revealed silent monsters. If a silent level monster is summoned, you can add 1 silent level monster with a different name from your hand. I feel like you wouldn't have to have the second effect. Because you're not gonna... I know what this first part's used for. If you've got Silent Swordsman level 5 in your hand, you can put a token down and attribute summon Silent Swordsman level 5 straight away. The second effect wouldn't make much sense, because the only way to bring out any other level higher than that... I guess you could bring out a lower one, I suppose, but then this is still boomer format. Like, you're not gonna get to summon another monster in the same turn. I don't know, but like, whatever. Wait, or do they mean a different silent monster as in like you can also get Silent Magician if you use Silent Swordsman? Maybe that could be interesting, I suppose, because it does recycle your hand. What exactly is boomer format? That's goat format, Moby. So apparently there was a cutoff point with Yu-Gi-Oh! Where all the older fans liked playing the old school version of the game. Apparently that's just considered GOAT format. So everything, like, I think the real cutoff for GOAT format is before GX, but personally I also like some of the fusions in GX, because I don't think GX is too overpowered, alright? So personally I think the cutoff point should be like synchros, okay? Before Cyber Dragon. Okay, to be fair, yes, Cyber Dragon did kind of like fuck everything. That was like the first card in the entire like Yu-Gi-Oh history where it was like, oh, you just get to summon this card for free and it's stronger than everything you have. Goat has heroes. I've heard that Goat has heroes, but it's like shit heroes. It's like, I mean, I'm okay with it. It depends on how shit the heroes are. Like, if I've still got like Flame Wingman in the extra deck, then I think I'm fine. Okay. It's Thunder Giant Turbo. Oh, but I don't like Thunder Giant. Thunder Giant's like, I mean, I know he's got a good effect, but like kind of lame. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, it's literally the two best heroes used to make him, like Sparkman and fucking Clayman. Like, you got your defense, you got your offense. What more do you need? But no, nobody liked Cyber Dragons when they came out because they were fucking broken. It wasn't called the extra deck back then, Mopey. It was called the fusion deck. And there was no cap on how many cards you could have in it. You could just have fucking like unlimited fusion cards, all right? Like, it seems a little weird to me, but you can have it. Fusion deck, yeah, fusion deck. And then they released synchros, and then was like, well, what the fuck do we call these now? Can't call it the synchro deck. That'd be weird. You have to have the fusion to play it. Fucking hell. Oh, this guy's made a whole new silent thing. Silent loot. Once per turn, you can reveal 3 silent monsters with different types from your deck. Call a type. And your opponent guesses the type. Shuffle 3 back to the deck, and if you do not call the type correctly, special summon that monster ignoring summon conditions. Okay. Silent Rogue. Fair enough. A Fiend Light. This is all good. This monster can attack your opponent's life points directly after damage calculation. If this card is inflicted life points, you know, contribute this card, special summon 1 Silent Rogue level 4. Okay, is the next one 6? Okay, yeah, it follows this whole thing. Level 4. Doubled. Nice. This card can take opponent's life points directly. Cannot be targeted by card effects. If this card is targeted for an attack, you can destroy that monster. That's fair. Considering the speed of the game right now, that's okay. If this monster is face up on the field during the end phase of either player's turn, you contribute this card. Just summon 1 silent rogue level 6 from here in a deck. Now, hold on a second. Hold on. So you get level 6 on the turn you fucking use level 2, basically. What does level 6 do then? Shining Zark. I mean, like, I know there was an attempt by Konami with like Silent Swordsman and Silent Magician, like the non-level cards, where they sort of just like cheat out the fucking good versions respectively from your deck, and like that's okay, I guess. And like the quick play, I don't know about the burning attack, was it the burning magic or whatever for the Silent Magician one, but the Silent Sword Slash is like actually pretty good. I kind of wish the other one was like that too. Unaffected by monster effects, or unaffected by card effects in general, is good stuff. And a permanent attack boost. Still waiting on wave 2. Let's go with more support. KBJ, can you say that for heroes? Like, do you think heroes will get better if they just keep cramming more fucking support into the deck? Because I think Konami might have a problem where they just keep shafting stuff with so much support that eventually something breaks and one of the cards become absolutely busted, and then they gotta fucking start banning shit. Getting the Kari burn again. It's not good enough, KBJ. It's not good enough. I want to use Terra Firma, please. Let me use Terra Firma. Anyway, sorry. What does Rogue 6 do? This monster can't be targeted by card effects. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, you can target 1 silent monster you control. That can attack your opponent directly this turn. If you use this effect, no other monsters can attack this turn except for silent monsters. You only use the effect of Silent Rogue once per turn. Okay, that's fair. Fuck is Silent Paladin, though? Control a face-up spellcaster warrior monster. You should include Fiend into this. Now that you've created an entirely new silent level monster, you should include Fiend as well. You can special summon this card from your hand while this card is face up on the field. Silent monsters you control cannot be targeted by card effects. Okay. Once per turn, your opponent activates a spell trap card, quick effect, and get the reference to this card. So silent monster remove. Okay. I actually kind of like this. Actually, this is kind of okay, because that's the one thing silence can't stop is traps. And I guess monsters, but you know, well, whatever the fuck. Who cares about monster effects though? Zora, I know. Don't you understand? The support for heroes back in the day was XYZ monsters. You know what happened with Stratos? They had to fucking get rid of Stratos. Because they gave out too many XYZ monsters, alright? Fucking hero support. Fucking hell. Oh, Rainy Days. Rainy Days actually like clapping back at somebody else's like OC. Are you shaming somebody's OC? I mean, I did that earlier, but are you doing it? You're the fucking guy who posted this.
Not gonna lie, but it's a bit underwhelming when compared to the original. See, what makes the initial Slifer...
The other guy even had the like, you know, tenacity to say Osiris and not Slifer. Like he actually said Osiris.
Initial Slifer potentially dangerous is the fact that it kills everything with less than 2,000 attack that hits the field. The attack gain is cool and all, but that potential summon lock is the real threat with Slifer, and sadly, Yor just doesn't have the same level of intimidation. Especially because you have to discard one to attach a card from your hand, and its revival effect is severely limited. Although, if you want something that's kind of silly to go along with Slifer, oh boy, here's another funny OC card. All right, it's Osiris. the combination of this Rainy Days guy just like using Slifer like this when the other guy put a whole fucking wiki page. Where was it? Where was this fucking like, yeah, lore, the Osiris bullshit here. Like, yeah, you're gonna give me this whole lore? All right. He's like, fuck your lore. Okay. And about Neos, I fucking love Neos, Smokey. Hang on. I sent that image to Azurai. I want to grab the Neos cheeks again. Where did I put the Neos cheeks? I don't know why that one screenshot from GX is so like highly defined. And then like, I want to compare that to Aquadolphin's ass, because Aquadolphin's ass was so bad in comparison to fucking Neos's. Here it is. Hang on. I gotta give you this ass. It's important. I'll add it to the screen as well. I'll like put it on the fucking layout. Finding the ass. Where is ass? Found the ass. Here it is. Big old ass. Look at them fucking cheeks though. Look at them fucking cheeks. Holy shit. No, this is before censorship, Mopi. This is the fucking anime, like, this is the Japanese version, alright? They're not gonna censor my man's ass, okay? That is true, Azura. For some reason, Burst Lady also gets like a lot of treatment with the artist's design, okay? I just don't know why his ass looks so voluptuous. I don't get it. It's only that one scene too, by the way. Not trying to say I was staring at fucking Neos' ass like throughout the entire series of GX, but that one scene where he's on screen for like 2 seconds? What the fuck? I do want to actually, Mopey, the other thing I've noticed is in Tag Force 1, Neos is in the game. I thought like, I thought Tag Force 1 only goes up to like the Phantasmal Beasts, but apparently not. It goes like, it has cards from a little bit further in advance. That's also kind of weird about all the Tag Force games actually, because I've noticed Tag Force 6, even though it's 5Ds, it has XYZ monsters in it, which is really weird because I don't expect that. Like, I don't know.
I know it's to keep up with like the modern TCG, but because at the time of release, that I don't think there was, or at the time of release, I think XYZs were just coming out. So of course they put a bunch of them into the game as well. But that's crazy to me though. That it's like, I don't know. You say sitting there and like you're versing with fucking like Utopia, like the fuck. Anyway, sorry. This guy, he's making a new Slifer OC to combat the other Slifer OC.
Hands the Red Hustler.
Hands. Nice creative name you got there, my guy.
Fire level 4 dragon effect.
Doesn't want her to attack these events. What, can you like normal summon it too for like this cost? Are you fucking shitting me right now? Oh my god, there better be something to stop it from attacking on the first turn, you cunt.
Once per turn, if you control a divine monster, you can banish the top 5 cards of your deck face down. And if you do, draw 10 cards! The cards drawn by this effect cannot be summoned, set activated, or discarded. There's you probably should fucking have a little bit more than that, alright? I think the words you're looking for is the cards that were added can't be used this turn. Oh, the turn you activated this effect. During the end phase of this turn, return 10 cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck in any order, even if this card leaves the field. You can only activate the effect of Hands the Red Hustler once per turn. Even if this card declares an attack, if this card declares an attack, it loses 500 attack at the end of damage step. Okay, at least it does have that at the end, thank goodness. Come? Yeah, he's coming alright. He's drawing that many cards. Holy shit. The XYZs back then were shite. The XYZs I've seen from back then don't have effects. Or if they had effects, they were pretty shit effects. Like, compared to the XYZs nowadays, where you can just like, the Stealth Kraken, for example, you bring it out, and it just pops the monster every fucking turn. Like, and then when it's destroyed, you bring out another one. And you keep popping monsters every fucking turn. And when that's destroyed, you bring out another one. Like, what the fuck? And then like, fucking, XYZ monsters back then were like, oh, you had to detach a material and turn a monster face down. Oh my god. Forces them to come. I mean, that's what this probably does too. I don't think this card would be allowed because I feel like there's some cheese you could do with drawing 10 cards. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of like screwed. Like, I like your opponent needs to benefit from this effect somehow as well. Like, I feel like you should also allow your opponent to draw fucking 10 cards too, in order to sort of balance the earth, so that way they can draw fucking Ash Blossom or Naburo or something and stop your bullshit. Hold on, who's Chaos Muhammad? Is he this guy? Yeah, he's this guy. All right, he clapped back because he didn't like the whole fucking Slifer call out. Right, here's a more closer to OP God card then. Nuzzles. Phantom Dragon Lord Nova. Sorry, yeah, Phantom Dragon Lord Nova Dragon. You use dragon twice, please. Rank 10 Divine. Rank 10 again with the XYZs. Attack and defense 4,000. 3 level 10 Dragon type monsters. Oh shit, he made it more difficult to get out. Can only be special summoned from the extra deck by XYZ summon. And if special summoned by other means, it is sent to the graveyard at the end phase. This card special summon cannot be negated. When special summoned, other cards and their effects cannot be activated. If successfully XYZ summoned, you can attach 3 XYZ materials to send every other monster on the field to the graveyard and inflict 1,000 damage. You gotta have a little more than that, mate. I can just play Regeki. But this card cannot attack this turn. Cannot be targeted by opposing spell traps or card effects. You just say can't be targeted. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate spell traps or card effects until after damage calculation. Once per turn, quick effect. You can attach 1 XYZ material and target 1 dragon monster in either player's graveyard to have this card gain the targeted card's effect until the end of the turn. If the gained effect requires detaching of symbol to activate, you don't have to pay the cost. This is a little ridiculous. Oh, nice OC from Final Fantasy, if I understand. This seems like a lot of effort just for Zeus. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it seems a little too difficult to get out. We can just play Zeus, and it's the same bullshit. Like, sure, you miss out on the 1,000 damage, but like, it's the same. You're basically summoning it to clear the field. You're not summoning it to use the effect
of detaching a card and then, because like, okay, I understand what he wants. He wants to use this with Slifer so he can detach Slifer, target Slifer in the graveyard, gain the effects of Slifer for the turn. Wait. Yeah, until the end of the turn. Yeah. And then just gain a lot more attack and stuff like that. Like, I don't think that's going to be that great. Not gonna lie. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Dragon type? Right, this isn't divine. Wait, why did you make it divine then? If it can't target... What the fuck?
You can be non-binary.
Mopey. Sorry, this guy. I also like how... what I like really funny is, this is a boomer trying to make a really powerful card, or like really overselling it. Hell yeah. Like really trying to make the strongest card he can think of, and there's already cards like that in the game that are way stronger than that and way easier to bring out. Like, it's so sad. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just kind of ridiculous. Was this a quick effect, by the way? It was quick effect. I like how you can't activate this if you cleared the field. That's the other thing too. Like, you have to detach another XYZ material, and you can't add material to it unless you use shit like XYZ unit, but I don't think people use that shit. Sorry. Live coverage. Quick play spell. Add one UA or FA field spell and one UA FA monster to your hand. You can just that's like a fucking +2, my guy. Are you sure? For on a quick play? You can banish this card from your graveyard to add one UA or FA spell and trap to your hand. But like the turn you activated it? If you have a field spell on your side of the field, you may activate this card from your hand. Activate the card from your hand. Hold the fucking phone. So you're getting a +2 just by having this one card. That is like mega broken. Are you shitting me? Okay, I like some of these cards now. These are absolutely unhinged. Because like, first off, I understand the field spell and the UA monster. Okay. You've got terraforming, that's banned. I think it's unbanned now in the TCG. And getting a UA monster in your hand, that's basically like Rhoda as well. So you've got terraforming and Rhoda in one card for a specific archetype. I know the archetype is like mid, like it needs a bit to get going. Once it's going, it's pretty good. I don't really know about FAs. I only know about UAs. UAs are pretty cool. The fact that you can, after using that quick play, you can then banish it and then get a spell and trap to your hand. Like, that's another thing too. Like, you get another one of those? UAs have some pretty neat cards, all right? Like, this whole thing is set up just to get like your field spell, to get your like UA midfielder, to then also add to your hand like a strong UA monster, like I don't know, UA fucking ace or some shit, and then you banish the fucking thing from the graveyard to get a UA jacket, and then you basically just have an unkillable monster on the field. Like, what the fuck? But all right, ultimate referee, level 2 earth tuner. What are you gonna synchro summon with this? Oh, it's for FAs. This is more for FAs specifically. Sorry. This card is treated as an FA UA monster. If an opponent activates an effect that would negate the effect of a UA or FA card, quick effect, you can reveal this. I've noticed that I don't think a lot of the UA cards hang on. Can I even like search for it like this? I can. Okay, yeah, the spells and I thought the spells and traps weren't like UA. I thought they didn't have UA in them. Alright, but it's fine. Quick effect. You can reveal this card from your hand and negate the activation, then banish that face down. Okay, that's pretty fucking rough. Holy fuck. After this effect resolves, send this card to the graveyard. Return the banished card to your opponent's field face down at the end of the next phase. Wait. Sorry, wait. I don't think you can do this, my guy. I think you've broken yourself here, because you can't, like, when your opponent activates an effect, what, like Ash Blossom? Yeah? Because it would have negated your fucking UA monster that you would then banish. The fuck, you negated and banish Ash Blossom? Okay. But then you'd return Ash Blossom to your opponent's field face up or something, or face down? I don't understand how that would work. I feel like there's a bit of a ruling issue there, especially if like their field was full. But alright. You know you can make your own custom cards and play them in Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Book. Even make your own ban forbidden limited list as well for... sorry, it's a... Oh, you try to say the word lot. It's a little of fun of making your own archetype. But it's also a lot of work. But it's still worth it. Yeah, Wizard Master. Yeah, all right. Sundry, more chaos. More chaos cards and retrains lol. I know chaos isn't how they categorize things for chaos, but I'll be doing it here anyway. A lot. Just remember, a black this might be a real card actually. Breath of Chaos. Quick play spell card. Look at this card. If you control a dragon type chaos monster, banish all cards in the field. You know what's so funny about this fucking card? This is kind of normal. Like, this is okay. I wouldn't be opposed to a card like this specifically for like Buster Blade. Wait, hang on. Dragon type chaos monster. Oh, there's only like one fucking thing this could be. I don't know if the chaos synchro is a dragon type. It probably is. I'd imagine it is. But that's interesting. Chaos Control, nice name for a spell. Discard 1 chaos card, add 2 chaos cards from your deck to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card and 1 light or dark monster from your graveyard to send 1 light or dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. What? Oh, okay. I know why you'd want to do this. It's because the Blackluster support cards, because I know Konami made like little versions of Blackluster Soldier that you're supposed to put in the graveyard. I get that for this effect. That kind of makes sense. Because you could like end up with other light and darks in your graveyard, but you want those light and darks in your graveyard specifically. Sorry, Chaos Ritual spell card. This can be used to summon any Chaos or Blackluster Soldier ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand, field, or banish Chaos monsters from your graveyard. Chaos monster. Now, there's a problem with this one, right? Because people are going to use this for Chaos Max. Because it doesn't specifically specify, like, you know, Blackluster Soldier. I know there's, like, other Chaos cards, alright? There's Chaos Magician and shit out there. But because Chaos Max Dragon is also Chaos, alright? People are going to put this in a Blue Eyes deck so they can banish a Blue Eyes from their graveyard just to bring out Chaos Max for, like, free. Alright, which is nuts. Chaos Run. Alright, I'm done with Chaos. I'm done with Chaos. There's so much Chaos. Oh, but seeing we're both out here dreaming. I knew Chaos stuff liked light and dark monsters in the graveyard, but damn. I'm not going to read the rest. I'm really not going to read the rest of it. Oh my god. Rainy Days. I like Rainy Days as cards because they're so, like, weird.
Alright, in the spirit of chaos, Omni Negation, and retrain support, etc., here you go! A Light and Darkness Dragon, baby! Dark level 1 Dragon Tuner effect. Got fuck all attack and defense for no reason. While this card is face up on the field, there's also Light attribute. You can only activate each of the following effects of Light and Darkness Baby Dragon once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, destroy all cards you control. And if you destroy 2 or more cards with this effect, you can add 1 Light and Darkness Dragon from your deck or graveyard to your hand.
Is there actually a Light and Darkness Dragon? Okay, that didn't fucking narrow it down. Oh, there is, actually. That's why he made this one light attribute, I understand. Wait. This card seems pretty good, but how do you bring it out? I guess you just tribute summon it normally? Okay, weird. That's in the graveyard. 2 more cards. You can add 1 Light and Darkness Dragon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, you can return this card from the graveyard to the top of your deck, discard 1 spell card. Once this turn, you can normal summon 1 level 8 Dragon monster without tributes. People wouldn't use this for Light and Darkness Dragon. People would not use it for that fucking monster. They'd use it for some other bullshit, like Blue Eyes. Wait, does it gain attack? When it loses 500 attack and defense. Does it, like, continuously lose attack? Like, indefinitely until it's, like, below 0? Like, because it doesn't say, and if you do. Goodbyes! We'll learn about cards. Learn about cool cards. FYI, the attack reduction is also part of the negation, so it can't reduce its attack, it can't negate, the reverse attack won't work. Although, oh god.
Light and Darkness Soul. Light level 1 dragon effect, 0 attack and defense. I mean, why did you give this one attack and defense? During either player's turn, you can banish this card from your hand, face up on the field, or graveyard, and target 1 face up Light and Darkness Dragon you control. Its attack and defense become 3,000. Okay, that seems a little busted, especially if you've already negated like 500 cards. Not gonna lie. If its attack and defense are too low to negate something, it can't. So this is meant to give it more ammunition in a situation. So instead of having like Baron to Omni negate and like a whole bunch of other Omni negate bullshits like Gate Guardians and stuff, you just want this one card to do everything. This deck would be broken so fast. You can't add this card. You can't have that one. That's too strong. Noble Knights are missing a Link 3. Soul Day Line, Honest as Dad. I mean, I don't fucking know shit about Noble Knights. Oh god, this guy gave me a fucking lore dump. Magispector. Hyper Magispector Tiger Biako. A Link 2. Wind. Do Magispectors even have a link? No, they don't, because it'd be a Draco Slayer thing, right? Of course not. It'd be... Oh, it's not even related to this one. Do Draco Slayers not... Oh, they don't have a link because it would be like beyond the pendulum and shit. Right. Right. Of course not. They'd just use the pendulum. They'd use the Metal Force link monster. That's their link monster. Sorry. 2 Magispector monsters. When this card is link summoned... Oh, why'd you have to add the 2+ monster? Like, it's gonna be like 2. Regardless, it's a link 2. Why would you use 2? I guess because if you had another like link 2 monster, that's a Magis... So you could... Okay. Whatever, I don't give a shit. When this card is link summoned, you can special summon up to 2 Magispector tokens. Alright, bunch of nonsense. To the zones this card points to. They cannot be used as materials to special summon a monster from the extra deck. Okay. During a main phase, you contribute 1 Wind Spellcaster monster this card points to. Add 1 Magispector monster that is face up from your extra deck or graveyard to your hand. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. I like that last little bit there. Gotta have that. Even though it doesn't matter because people will just banish it face down anyway using Kashtiras. You can only use the effect of Hyper Magispector target once per turn. This seems useless. Oh, actually, wait. You know what? It's not, because this isn't once per turn. This... Well, I feel like this is a little broken. Oh, like, you're getting a Link 2 for free with no cost. Because you're putting down or pendulum summoning 2 Magispector monsters, right? You then make the Link 2. You get 2 tokens, okay? You then tribute the token to get the Magispector back to your hand. You tribute the other token to get the Magispector back to your hand. So you're back to square one. You've basically done nothing. Okay, you have the 2 Magispectors in your hand and a Link 2 on the field. What the fuck?
And then what? What do you do after that? You haven't limited yourself from like summoning from the extra deck. You can just make access code from this point. Tank of Greed. Mopey, you know about the Last Stop card? I think it's called Last Stop. Hold on. It's basically Pot of Greed, but with extra steps. That's not it. Hold on. I don't know where the fucking hell the card is, dude. I don't know what it's called. It's like End of the Line or something. Here it is. It is called End of the Line. It's a trap card. If your life points are lower than 100, draw 2 cards. Then, if your life points are lower than 10, draw 2 additional cards. You get to draw 4 cards if you're fucking dying. I don't know how you would get that low. Like, I understand getting below 100 is possible, but getting below 10? How? Outside of GOAT format, how are you supposed to get below 10? Absolutely insane. Like, yeah, I'm gonna attack with the fucking Pumpkin King of Nightmares or some shit. Put myself on like 20 life points. And then, I don't know, use something with like 30 life points or something. And then half my life points. Anyway, this card's ridiculous. Stormblade Dragon. God. Chaos Bahamut, please stop. Stormblade Dragon, level 6. Attribute Wind. Dragon effect monster. Okay. Send 1 card in your hand to the graveyard. Destroy 1 spell and trap card on the field. That's a very standard and normal boomer effect. Why just remove the cost these days, alright? Just destroy a spell and trap card on the field when it's summoned. This effect and its activation cannot be negated. Once per turn, the effect of Stormblade Dragon can be treated as a quick effect. What do you mean, like, once per turn it can be treated as a quick effect? How do you treat something as a quick effect? In general. Like, what if I don't want it to be a quick effect on the first activation, but then a quick effect on the second one? Like, what do you mean by that exactly? Water Tower of Greed. I like that. If you're playing, I think a fish deck specifically, like just fish, you have access to Moray of Greed. Moray of Greed is absurd. It's like draw 3 cards. It's Graceful Charity, but for fish specifically. I think it's fish or just water. Hang on. It's something of greed. Fuck. What is it called? It is Murray of Greed, I just don't have it. Yeah, shuffle 2 water monsters from your hand to the deck and then draw 3 cards. Yeah. Fucking hell. So it's not fish, it's just water. Just water in general. Really good card for a water deck. Oh, I wonder if that's in Tag Force. I wonder when that came out. Sorry, hang on. Ritual Buster, Counter Trap. Activate this card and ritual summon. Negate the activation. Banish the card. Then your opponent must banish 1 ritual monster from their hand. This is highly specific and would not be used. Are you serious? You're gonna wait for your opponent to like summon Albazoa and then negate Albazoa's summon? That's not gonna happen, man. 4th sarcophagus. Are you fucking making an additional sarcophagus? This guy's living in the boomer land. What the fuck? No one's gonna use that. that card is so garbage. Rainy Days, can you just let this guy have his fucking OC card, please? You don't have to keep correcting him on everything.
If you don't mind, let me help you with that one.
This is so like, what's I'm looking for? Petty? Like, he comes across as a bit of a cunt, not gonna lie.
Oh, your OC card isn't good enough. Let me tweak it for you so it's better. The 4th sarcophagus. Spell continuous. You can only activate the 4th sarcophagus per turn. This card's name becomes the 1st sarcophagus while on the field. Once per turn, you can discard one spell card, and if you do, you can send one zombie normal monster from your deck to the graveyard. And if you do that, draw one. Then you can special summon Spirit of Pharaoh from your hand or graveyard.
You'd have to have the Spirit of Pharaoh in your hand to begin with. How would you get it into your hand? How would you put it in your hand? That's the conflict. This is Wall Shadow Turbo. Oh my god. Papa Shekels, that sounds nuts. I would like to see, I know it'll never happen nowadays because of the removal, but like, I've never seen somebody like tribute set a monster. The only time I've ever seen that was like years ago when somebody tribute set like Millennium Shield. And like, man, I'm like, how the fuck do you beat Millennium Shield? It's so strong. What the fuck? At the time, I forgot that cards like Nobleman or Crossout existed. I was like, oh yeah, that would get rid of it. Right. Such a good card. Basically, this turns any spell in your hand to a weird monster reborn spirit, enforcing the players to use less terrible boss. Sorry, hang on, I just totally fucking overread this.
Basically, this turns any spell in your hand into a weird monster reborn for spirit, enforcing its user to play a terrible boss that only caters to other useless cards. Is a decent way to offset spirit's now more accessible effect.
How would you get it out though? Because sending a normal zombie monster to the grave wouldn't really do anything if you don't already have Spirit of Pharaoh in your hand or graveyard. Because you can't just put him in the graveyard with this card alone. Like, I guess it's an extender, I suppose, but this guy's version of it wasn't an extender. This was like the card to get it out. Which is like fine. Maybe he just forgot to include the word deck. Like, if you had deck in here, that'd be fine. Does it chaos? Does it actually work? Oh god, Merlin, not more chaos stuff, please. I've read so much chaos stuff. Wizard of Yesterday. Oh my god. I don't know if I want to read a whole archetype. I'll read one dumb card. Oh my lord, what is this? Oh, this is like a legit response. Okay. Sigmund Freud. Breath of Chaos, quick play spell. I would like to point out that there are chaos. Sorry. I would like to point out that chaos might include cards such as number C. Chaos and number C. I mean, that would. Hang on. I don't think any Yu-Gi-Oh card refers to like a number C card as a chaos monster. I've never seen that happen, unless it's specifically on a rank up card. Therefore, number C107 Neo Galaxy Tachyon Dragon might be a valid target for this card since it's a Dragon Chaos monster. I don't think it's a Dragon Chaos monster. Where's Deathseer? Good question. Hang on. Has Deathseer like made any posts since like fucking a billion years ago? It's gonna be like so hard for me to find him. Now wait, there's more stuff? Oh, okay. Wait. Why is there only like 3 things? Hold on. What? Where's Where's Deathseer's posts? Are they gone? Hang on. Where's there's a topic for evenly matched. I have to start like scanning some of these just in case. I don't actually have like Detsia friended or anything, so I can't like search for him. Where did he go? Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Detsia. Oh, he hasn't said anything for like a week. Again. No, Detsia, please. Please. Wait, other constantly chaos because of the Japanese names. I don't think this would be a problem unless the card you're making is for OCG as well. Medusa field spell. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like Mystic Mine. Activate this card by paying 2,000 or half your life points, whichever is greater. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters on the field while they're on the field and reduce their attack and defense to 0. Okay. Battle damage inflicted to a player of a monster affected by this card's effect is cut in half. But it would be 0. Oh, except for these cards that are unaffected. Yeah? Yeah, alright, let me just put skill drain down, but like not affect my own monsters. Alright. That MLP guy, Artis? I don't know what Artis is up to anymore. Oh, shit, that actually reminded me. When I was talking to Artis the other day, I wanted to know why certain posts were locked and other ones weren't locked. Because I didn't know this, but apparently a moderator has to step in, like a Steam moderator, in order to lock down a thread. And they'll only do so under like certain circumstances, which is really weird. I'm gonna stop making posts, by the way, because the two times I've made a post in the last like 2 weeks or so, I've attracted the moderator's attention, and I think they're fucking like watching me because like Deathsea's post from like a week ago. All right, I was like, okay, I might as well just like send my call out message because I did it to Artis and it worked on Artis, so I'll do it to Deathsia because I really want to talk to Deathsia. And a moderator stepped in, banned my comment, and then locked the thread. And I'm like, well, okay then, I guess. Everybody else was talking shit about Deathsia, but I can't talk shit about Deathsia? Okay. And then the other guy, I kind of wanted to like, I know it was like 2 years too late, but I wanted to help some guy make a hero deck because I don't know if he actually made a hero deck, and I was really sad. And I sent him a link, and then the moderator steps in and locks down the fucking thread. I'm like, if you're gonna lock a thread because it's too old, why am I allowed to look at threads from like 2 years ago onwards? Why am I allowed to look at such old shit in the archives and still respond to them? I feel like everything that's over a month old should be locked by default if you're gonna have this fucking rule in place. So absurd. Like, so what if I just happen to find a post from 1,000,000 years ago? They're gonna close it. Fucking unbelievable. Which is okay. Well, I guess the one to Artis was only like a year old, but that was older than the one to Deathsia, which is baffling to me. I guess the one that got locked with Deathsia was because everybody else was also clowning on him for obvious reasons. Dude is actually insane. But like, holy shit though. Holy shit. Because there are threads. This is the thing I talked to with Artis, because I thought the person who opened the thread can close it themselves. I don't think that's true. I think they can only add an answer to it, or like if they ask a question, somebody gives them an answer, they can have that be the fronted post. But that's about it. I don't think the person who opens it has the authority to actually like close it. They can delete it, but they can't lock it and archive it, which is interesting to me. I guess it makes sense because you probably wouldn't want something unsavory being archived. Dude, Valve, hire me, please. I like reading this stuff. Sorry, is Rainy Days gonna fucking put more onto this? What was the first thing? Oh yeah, that, right.
Not to mention, requiring spells is a bit contradictory to the more monster-heavy aspect of zombie-based decks in general.
In case you wanted more reasons to justify how balanced it is, that said, I feel like adding this, Pharaoh's Inheritance. This card is treated as a normal monster while in the graveyard. You only activate the following effect of Pharaoh's Inheritance once per turn. You contribute this face-up card to apply one of the following. Add a you can't just add a sarcophagus card to your hand nowadays. You can't just do that. This is just gonna add gold sarcophagus. No, sorry, not gold. King sarcophagus. You can't just do that. Return one sarcophagus card from your hand to the graveyard at the bottom of your deck and draw 2 cards. Mate, this card aged pretty well. Rising, you gotta like be a little more specific with the type of sarcophagus, all right? Rising Rampage, fire level 2 zombie. This card is treated as a normal monster while in the graveyard. You can only control 1 Rising Rampage. Zombie monsters you control gain 500 attack for each level 2 zombie monster you control with a different name. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Spirit of the Pharaoh from your deck to the graveyard, or deck or graveyard to the hand. Expect Rising Rampage once per turn. I like my question to this guy is, how would you send it to the grave? Like, that's what I want to know. Because maybe it's because I'm too like conformed to how Master Duel is now with like all of its fucking speedy ass Yu-Gi-Oh plays and stuff, where it's like, if you have to crash your monster or wait for your opponent to attack it in order to get the effect of adding the fucking card you need from your deck to your hand so you can activate this fucking card and actually summon it out, that's a little too long, all right? I don't think you're gonna live long enough to see that happen. Which is why I wonder why these cards are even being like created in an OC sense. Like, I figured people would take this to their advantage and, you know, make a card capable of standing up against the meta, or making an archetype, you know, at least tier 3, all right? Like somewhere around there, but, or rogue or something like that. But I find this very odd that you're gonna make a card that is for GOAT format. Like, I can see this being good in the old style of Yu-Gi-Oh, where, you know, you'd set this card face down and it would get destroyed and sent to the graveyard, and you can add a Spirit of the Pharaoh to your hand. Then you can probably add your other fucking sarcophagus bullshit to your hand, like with this card, all right? And then you have all the pieces in place and you can bring out the Spirit of the Pharaoh. Because Spirit of the Pharaoh, as far as I'm aware, is like a 3-turn combo to set up anyway, because you need to have the first, second, and third sarcophaguses like on the field, and then you get to do it. Oh my god, Marilyn. Oh my god. There's just too much. There's too much. I'm only here for the shitty effect. Hang on. Oh, now we're getting to Eldritch support. Alright. Level 10 light attribute zombie fusion. Fusion? They already have a fusion. 1 Eldritch monster plus 1 rank 5 or higher zombie XYZ monster. You only summon Eldritch the Supreme Golden Lord once per turn. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Unaffected by the effects of XYZ monsters with a rank equal to or lower than the rank of the XYZ monster used as fusion material. This seems irrelevant because most people wouldn't destroy it with that. They'd use a link monster. Gains attack equal to 100 times the rank of the XYZ monster used as fusion material. Okay, that's a bit strong, but alright. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, 100 times? Oh, you know, 100 times. Okay, that's not... for some reason, I was thinking thousands for some reason. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card and target one of your banished Elixir or Golden Land cards and set it. You can also just say any card that mentions Eldritch or something in it, in its text. I guess you wouldn't be able to use the word set it then, would you? Wizard of the Golden Land. This is an XYZ. 2 level 5 zombie monsters. If this is XYZ summon and both materials were originally trap cards, draw 2 cards. Okay. Quick effect, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card and target 1 Eldritch the Golden Lord in your graveyard. Set 1 Elixir or Golden Land card from your deck. Banish it when it leaves the field. Then immediately afterwards, activate the targeted monster's effect. You only use the effect of Inquisitor of the Golden Lance per turn. Okay, this card seems a little more stronger than the fucking fusion. Alright. This guy, is he making his fucking archetype now? All right, what you got? Rainy days, what you got?
Pega Shower.
They're all mythical beasts. Blowhard beast, fire breath beast, double beast. Why are these not beasts? What? Oh, I guess he's a level 4 with, oh, okay, all right.
This card can attack your opponent's life points directly. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can add one card from your deck to your hand that mentions rain counters, and if you do, change the battle position of this card. Gains 100 defense for each rain counter on the field.
Okay. Griff Rain. It's funny you say that, Mobu. Did you see the post before? Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, this illiterate post. I know Leo's a bit of a... because Leo's also got this one too. I feel like Leo's got some interesting ideas. But it should just like... it should just negate every card effect with more than 2 sentences in it. That's it. It'll be a field spell, Mopey. No player can activate cards with more than 2 lines of text in it. Sorry. This card can attack your opponent directly, and it inflicts battle damage to your opponent. Special summon one monster from your deck that mentions rain counters, and if you do, change the battle position of this card against... Whoa, 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 you can't just fucking do this, mate. You can't have this one. This one's a little too strong. Because, I don't know what you did before this, but like before your battle phase, you'd summon this card, chuck it down, attack your opponent, bring out this one, because it mentions rain counters. Attack again, add a card with rain counters. Also, this isn't excluding itself. You gotta say this can't special summon one monster from your deck that mentions rain counters, except Griff Rain. Except Griff Rain. You can't just have this one. This one's broken.
Ah, yes, I summon my monster to attack you directly, which summons my monster to attack you directly, which summons my monster to attack you directly, which summons my other monster to attack you directly unless we search for a card. Ah, yeah, now I have 4 monsters on the field and you've got 2,000 less life points. Now I link summon access code talker. Like, what the fuck? Blowhard Beast. If this card is attacked, it loses 1,000 attack during damage step. Okay. Once per turn, you can discard 1 wind monster. And if... are these things wind? Are these... okay, no, they're water. Wait, discard 1 wind monster? Fuck are you talking about, wind monster? Why wind? You don't have any winds in your fake deck. And if you do, destroy 1 spell and trap on the field. And if you do that, this card is unaffected by trap cards until the end phase. Okay, during the end phase, if this effect was activated, increase the attack of this card by 500. I don't think this is fast enough. I think it has to be a quick effect, because if you activate this effect, I know you go -1 and destroy a spell trap card. Your opponent will probably just activate Imperm, or just chain Imperm in some way. And then it wouldn't matter, you just go -1. If this card is attacked, switch it to defense position. Okay. I like these like self-imposed nerfing effects. I like it. Especially when shit like fucking the Galaxy Eyes cards exist. Because I know some of them have these like minor effects where if it attacks, it goes to defense position. Or if it's attacked, you know, it reduces the attack damage. Like that kind of stuff. But there's some cards out there that just have like 2,000 attack for no reason, like Alexandrite Dragon, alright? Like, come on now. Why you gotta nerf yourself?
Once per turn, you can discard one fire monster, and if you do, destroy one level 4 a lower monster or lower monster on the field. And if you do that, this card cannot be targeted by effects until the end phase. During the end phase of this turn, we're going to 500. One fire monster. What fucking deck are you running, mate? What? These are all dark, too. They don't even help each other. You could have made some kind of, like, triangle effect here. By having, like, 1B fire, 1B water, 1B wind. If this card's attack, return it to the hand. Okay, alright, hold on a second. If this card is sent to the graveyard during main phase 1... How? You can special summon 2 non-dark level 4 beast monsters with different attributes. And if you do, you cannot special summon until main phase 2. You can only use the effect of double beast once per turn. So I'm going to stop you right there, mate. Your other beasts that you'd be bringing out with this are both dark. So, and how would you send it to the graveyard? You can't send it to the graveyard with this effect because it's not dark. Well, it's not wind or fire. You can't just send it with that one. I don't understand this. I feel like you fucked up by making them all dark. Not sure about this one. Dark light monster synergizing with element ones has never really worked. What does everyone mind in making them? Mirror I think he just fucked up. I think these are supposed to be like dark fire and whoops. Dark fire and sorry. No, dark fire and wind is what they're supposed to be, I imagine. Because then you have like a little synergy going on here. But from what I can see, it's just you go -1 to get rid of like one thing on the field, which is pretty useless. Okay, hold on. I don't know what the fuck King of the Wasteland is, but this gag reference card, Potera Fusion, equip spell. This card's activation and effects cannot be negated. It's like, you know who's upset with the meta and who isn't upset with the meta with these cards. You know who they are because they have these little effects in them. It's great. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using 2 monsters you control as fusion materials. Afterwards, equip this card to the summoned monster and double its original attack. If this card is removed from the field, banish the monster it's equipped to, and if possible, special summon the fusion materials from your graveyard. Monster summoned by this effect cannot be used as fusion material. Send this card to the graveyard at your end phase of your opponent's 3rd turn after activation. Only 1 Potera fusion can be activated per turn. This seems a little strong. Oh, never mind. No, it's not, because you have to control the monsters first. Okay, that's a little rough then. I don't know if anyone's going to use this card. This seems like a joke card that nobody would ever touch. Metamorph. Elemental Metamorph. If an elemental hero is on your field, you can reveal this card in your hand to have its name be treated as Metamorphosis. Oh my god, while in your hand for the rest of the turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard to fulfill an elemental hero summoning condition, you can instead return it to your deck. Okay. So you're telling me you want to bring out Neo Bubbleman without, like, using real metaphor? Like, okay. I feel like there are ways to cheat out Neo Bubbleman. I know it's not an extra deck card, which is upsetting, but I feel like there's a way to sort of cheat its existence out with, like, ignoring so many conditions somehow. There's gotta be a way to do it. There's gotta be a way to use that card. Has to be. Not that it's really necessary, by the way. Like, Neo Bubbleman is so fucking shit. But, like, I like this guy for trying to get it out. Neat. Reference here. This is interesting because, there already is Ubel support. I know this was like 2 years ago. But boy, this guy's probably like over the moon right now that his like fake card became real. Ubel, the ultimate nightmare, +1 on your field plus 11. Sorry, plus 11 monsters? What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean 11 monsters? Cannot be special summoned, must be fusion summoned, and only... Sorry, must be fusion summoned... Sorry, cannot be special summoned by fusion summon, and only with super polymerization. Alright, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Just say, this card can only be summoned with the effects of super poly. Each fusion material... Oh my god, I'm losing my brain cells here. Each fusion material must have a different original level. This card cannot be destroyed in battle. You take 0 battle damage from battles involving this card. If this card is destroyed by the effect of... If this card is destroyed by the effect of a card in your possession, you win the match. Okay. I'll be real with you. How the fuck are you supposed to bring this out? Because, like, it's not even, like, feasible. Like, I get that you'd have to somehow have Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare on your field, as well as 11 other monsters on the field, all with different levels. So no Link monsters. No Link monsters at all. No XYZ monsters either. How the fuck? Who would you be versing to bring this out? There'd be no way. What also sucks, by the way, is you wouldn't be able to bring out this monster most likely due to Ultimate Terra Incarnate, Yubel Terra Incarnate's effect of wiping the field every fucking end phase. Like, you... somehow, through sheer bullshit, you'd have to get the Ultimate Nightmare on the field and then let your opponent build up, like, 6 monsters? While you also build up 6 monsters? While they just don't attack, I guess? This is a little ridiculous. Wolfie. Hold on, Wolfie. Hang on. Wolfie, sit tight. Let me click the link. Hold on. Shit. Shit, I clicked it. It disappeared though. I don't know where it went. Wolfie, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to go visit that site. I genuinely wanted to. I know it's on screen and I know I can type it in, but I don't want to, okay? I prefer it if it was like in front of me, just a link I can click, but sadly I can't. I thought this was a math mech for a minute. I'll be like, whoa, hold on. Here's an idea. Rainy Days, you've got some interesting ideas, so I'll hear you out. What's your ideas?
Run away, Magic Mag.
Dark level. He really likes dark cards. I don't understand why. Oh, I guess because dark is the most over-supported archetype. Understandable.
Dark level 10 machine effect.
4,500 attack. That's a lot of fucking attack, dude. All right.
During either player's turn, you contribute 2 other monsters from your hand and or side of the field to special summon this card from your hand.
You gotta have a pretty negative effect to back this up, because everybody would be using this card if this was the case.
If this card is summoned this way, place 1 spell counter on it. If this card battles, place 1 spell counter on this card. He really likes this effect of, like, when it's summoned, place a counter. When it attacks, place a counter. All the other cards that have this counter bullshit have this little effect as well. While this card has a spell counter, or spell counters, it cannot be tributed, used as material for a summon, and is unaffected by other card effects. During the end phase of a turn, this card... During the end phase of a turn, this card... What do you mean? Why is Dark super supported? So, I don't know what it is with Konami, but accidentally they've made a whole bunch of support for Dark in general. Dark, and I think Light is this... Is either Light or Water, I think, is the next most supported archetype. It's just because they have so many Dark Fiend, like, zombie-ass monsters. Like, there's just a lot of them. And because there's so many of them, cards that just target, like, or just affect Dark monsters, like, I think Allure of Darkness is one of them, where you just banish a Dark monster and draw 2 cards. Like, that synergizes with a lot of decks, and a lot of deck archetypes, because they're all Dark. Same goes for, I think, Water, and I don't know if Fire. I don't think Fire is like that. There's only like fucking a handful of Fire decks out there. Light, though, I think Light is also not... I wouldn't say super supported. I'd say more like there's a lot of decks with Light attribute. Like, a lot of them. Light and then Fairy as well. Fairy's also another big one. But so help me God, if there's a fucking, like... Wind Warrior deck, though. Actually, I think there is. I think Yusenju's are Wind Warriors. Well, fuck me dead then, I guess. But if I see another fucking Dark Dragon, I swear to God.
Hold on. Hold that thought. Let me just search Master Duel for a Dark Dragon real fast. What you got? Dark Dragon? Yeah. Oh lordy. Oh lordy, there be some Dark Dragons though. Hell yeah. Dude, number 92? Fuck yeah. I mean, out of 16,000 cards, though, I'm sure you can, like, you'll have an archetype you like, though. Anyway, this guy, sorry, this card's, like, fucking overpowered. Hang on. For the card effects.
During the end phase of a turn, this card was...
Sorry, I keep fucking up this sentence because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
During the end phase of a turn, this card placed a spell counter on itself with its own effect. Remove all spell counters from this card and switch it to defense position.
So you attack with it, and then it goes to defense position. So I guess you can still beat over it. I guess. That is weird though. I like this nerfing effect where it can't be affected by card effects and it can't be tributed. You gotta have this in here, otherwise people will fucking Nibiru it or something. They'll kaiju it or some shit. Actually back in the day. Moby, that's why I've whatchamacallit, like seeing somebody played, let me link the fucking guy in chat because I really like this guy and he's pretty cool. And I'm liking his playthrough so far. I like watching this playthrough because it's interesting to see how a deck progresses in a game like this. The thing that always like threw me off is because I don't know how you're supposed to build a deck in old school Yu-Gi-Oh! But if you base it around an attribute first, then you can kind of get some crazy shit going. Which is interesting. I don't know why I never thought to do that. Because old school Yu-Gi had so many like attribute affecting cards, which is nice. Not so many like, there weren't really many archetypes, so to say, back then. It was just more about attribute and like types, like warriors or fairies or stuff like that. It wasn't like, oh, you got a whole bunch of Vanquish Soul cards, you're running a Vanquish Soul deck. Yeah. It wasn't that kind of shit. Anyway, Magic Mech Droid. Well, cannot be normal summoned. You can discard one spell card that mentions spell counters. Special summon this card from your hand. If you do, add one Magic Mech monster from your deck to your graveyard. Deck or graveyard to your hand with a different name for the monsters you control. If this card battles without a spell counter, return it to the hand at the end of the damage step. If a Magic Mech monster you control would be destroyed by battle card effects, you can banish this card from the area. Okay. That seems like a pretty normal card, actually. Magic Mech Recharge. Play spell. Place one spell counter on a Magic Mech monster you control, and if you do, draw one card. If you activate Magic Mech Recharge this turn, you lose 1,000 life points after it resolves. What? Oh, so like the reverse of Upstart Goblin, basically. Okay, well, that's just silly. I don't know if I want to know about fucking these seem like real cards. Hold on. This guy's still on about his fucking magic mechs. So how did... Oh my fucking Christ, what the fuck is this shit? Why are you making full archetypes? I just wanna skip ahead to the more current recent posts. Hang on. Wait. They're still going? Years later? Why? Like, how come this thread isn't fucking locked? What the fuck? This is 2 years old. Come on now. White Light, Blue-Eyed Pony. Alright, I'm glad I jumped in at this point. Okay. Level 1 Beast effects. If a level 7 or higher dragon monster is in the field, the attack and defense of this card become 3,000 respectively. Okay. Alright, that's a pretty easy thing to just slip into anything. Oh, I guess I can't special summon it, so it's kind of useless. Attribute Party. Spell. Send 6 level 4 non-effect monsters from your deck to the graveyard with different attributes from one another. Draw 2 cards. Well, that seems pretty gay. Why would you want to do that? I feel like that's kind of useless, especially considering you can't special summon from the extra deck. What would you do for the rest of your turn? Ah, you'd set 1 pass. I gotcha. I understand. Trash Disposal. This sounds like an interesting card. Quick play spell. Send 10 or more level 5 or higher non-effect monsters with different names from each other from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do, send all cards in the field to the graveyard. Then you can special summon 1 monster from your hand, deck, or either graveyard. That seems a little too strong, maybe now. I think you're going a little over the deep end here, mate. Although I guess it's a like non-searchable quick play spell. Maybe it's fair. I don't know. It does also say send, not destroy, which is another interesting terminology. Trash pile. The fuck? Gains 500 attack for each non-effect monster in your graveyard. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect. I like how this would be a massive brick in your hand, by the way, because you can't special summon it. Thanks, Chief. You probably should have the first effect be like, oh, if you've got like 5 or more non-effect monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. But anyway, gains 400 attack. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect, this card loses 800 attack until the end phase. This is not optional. And if it does, negate that card or effect. If this card is destroyed by battle, wait, it says each time. You should say once per chain, because that seems a little rude. If you just say each time your opponent activates a card or effect, so like multiple times per chain, in order to outpower it, you just keep activating the fucking card. All right, and if it does, negate the card's effect. If this card is destroyed by battle, destroy the monster that destroyed them, and then special summon 1 trash pile from your deck. Are you fucking serious? That's a little ridiculous, mate. Not gonna lie. Bump, are you bumping your own post Rainy Days so it gets more fucking comments? Rainy Days, what are you doing? Gear Atomic Dragon. Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon +1 Fusion Synchro X healing monster. Must fusion summon special summon by triggering the above cards from either field. Oh, okay. Actually, no, that's pretty normal. But you bumping my chat? You putting my chat up to the top of the list? Thanks, mate. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above materials. Cannot be used to summon a monster from the extra deck. This is another one of those taglines where I know that you're bringing like I find this a little stupid, okay? Because you want to bring out your boss monster, but you don't want other people to take your boss monster. So you have to have this little tagline in here where if you use your opponent's monster to bring out this monster can't be used to bring out another monster. That's pretty shit, all right? Like, what? What if you went up against like somebody else who had the same card, all right? How do you get rid of them, okay? You're just at a permanent stalemate then. Anyway, you can only control 1 Ancient Gear Atomic Dragon. When this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. If this card was special summoned by using at least 2 types of Fusion Synchro, it can attack all monsters your opponent controls. Okay, wait, hang on. Oh, +1 or more. It could be 1 or more. You just want to fucking field clear your opponent? Are you shitting me right now? I didn't realize, I thought it was just 1. I didn't realize it was more than 1. Optional more than 1, by the way. At the end of damage step, you should also have, there should be a clause here, by the way. I know I'm erratering this fucking fake card, but like, something like Vision Hero's effect, where it's really strong, but, and it can also attack like, you know, multiple times per turn. It can't attack directly. I feel like if you're going to steal a monster or steal your opponent's whole fucking field to bring out this thing and it's unaffected, well, you know, can't be used for another summon. I feel like it should also not be able to attack directly. As a clause to sort of be like, okay, I took all of your bullshit and I put something that you can't take. So, you know what? Whatever. All right. At the end of damage step, if this card attacked, you can destroy 1 spell and trap card on the field. I like how this is a normal ass basic bitch effect at the end of this. Timberwolf, I'm scared to click this. What is this? Okay. I don't know what that video was. Dark, super dark, supreme magician of dark darkness. Now you're just having a fucking go. All right. Level 8 fusion spellcaster. Mediocre attack assassin. Dark magician plus dark magician girl plus 1 monster dimensions dark magician. Oh boy, plus Celtic magician plus blue eyes white dragon plus red eyes black dragon plus elemental hero Neos plus junk synchron. Fuck off. What are you talking about? If this card is special summon, discard your hand and then draw 2 cards. No. Why would you ever do that? If either of them are spell cards, this card gains 5,000 attack. Then if this card's attack changes by its own effect, this card can attack your opponent directly. What the fuck? That's not even enough to kill, by the way. It's not even enough to kill. Well, just push it over the edge. Make it 3,000 attack, all right? Just go the extra mile. Fuck it. You can't even bring this card out anyway. So why bother? How would you even have this many fucking materials? How would you even have these things? How? What? Dude, what a god drawer to draw all of these things in like fucking polymerization. It's impossible. Like you'd have to play so many bricks just to bring this thing out. Like, I like how you squeeze Elemental Hero Neos and Junk Synchron in here, alright? At least the dragons have some synergy, and the magicians have some synergy as well. Celtic Guardian, though, a little bit weird. I wouldn't personally put Celtic Guardian in the fusion material requirement, but okay. Just a random fucking card for no reason. Making a Fur Hire card, okay. Sliff the Skydrake. Boomer fusion. You know what's so funny about this card, Mopey? Like, if you're gonna go this far with the fusion requirement, just say you win the fucking duel, alright? Just say you fucking win the game when you bring the card out, alright? Your opponent can't activate anything in response, you win the game, okay? Make it fucking Exodia. There's no way you're gonna get these materials in your hand to begin with. That's so ridiculously impossible. Like, yeah, I'm gonna use like fucking... what is it? Synchron Searcher or something, like Overload Synchron or something like that to get this fucking card to my hand. I'm gonna use Emergency Call, the Red Eyes Insight to get this, some fucking Blue Eyes card. I don't know how the fuck you search Celtic Guardian, by the way, and the Dark Magician support to get Dark Magician card to my hand, and Magician's Rod or something. Like, how the fuck? How do you even get this? Sorry. Anyway, this guy really likes Slifer. Light Dragon effect, question marks. Gains 500 attack for every card in your hand. Cannot be targeted by card effects. A level 5 card that can't be targeted by card effects. Yeah, right, Chief. You can return any number, minimum 1, of other Light Dragon monsters with question mark attack and defense from your hand or graveyard or your side of the field at the bottom of your deck. If you do, special summon with this card from your hand or graveyard. Okay. Then, during your opponent's turn... Sorry. Then during your opponent's next standby phase, if you control this face-up monster that was special summoned by using its own procedure, I like the use of the word procedure instead of the word effect. Draw 2 cards. For each card you return that way. You only control one Sliff the Skydrake. This doesn't do anything. Like, I understand the point here, but 1 Raigeki and it's fucking gone. Like, what is your point? What is your play? Sliff's Little Magician. Again, nice fucking name. During the battle phase, the attack and defense of this card becomes 1800. Once per turn, you contribute 1 light dragon monster with question mark attack and defense from your hand or your side of the field. And if you do, send 1 light dragon monster question mark attack and defense from your deck to the graveyard. And if you do that, you can add 1 Sliff Skydrake from your deck to your graveyard, from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Do this. And if you do this, do this. And if you do that, do this. What a nice effect. What a nice effect, bro. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh my god. Okay, all right. Limit it to 1, please, Rainy Days. 1, 2 at most. Distorted Vision. Quick play spell. If your opponent activates a card or effect and it declares an attack, target 1 monster you control. Banish it. And if you do, this card remains face up on the field as a continuous spell. While this card is treated as a continuous spell, you can send this card to the graveyard, draw 1 card. Oh, that seems pretty normal so far. Okay. If this face-up card is sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect, well, I'm assuming including its own, special summon one of the banished monsters. So you just get to draw a card. Just play fucking Shard of Greed. Just use Shard of Greed. It's, I guess because you don't want your monster being like stolen or targeted or like destroyed in some way, you'd banish it instead and just get a card out of it. That's fair. But if you're in a position where your opponent is if you're in a position where you have a monster on the field and your opponent is going to target it and get rid of it, then we think we have a problem here, Red Life. That means you're on turn 2, meaning your opponent can just attack you for game. I don't think banishing your monster and drawing a card is going to save you at all. I think you fucked up your turn 1 is what happened. But that's okay, mate. I appreciate it. Metal Sheep Stun Gun. All right, here we go. Interesting name as well. If the effect of a monster is activated except a Metal Sheep Stun Gun, this card loses 700 attack permanently, and if it does, negate that effect. So, okay. How many of these cards are you going to make with this same effect? You got to think of this a little differently, all right? Not every card can be Appaloosa. Not every single card in the game can be fucking Appaloosa. What pisses me off about it is Appaloosa actually takes a little bit of effort to summon out. Like, you have to fucking combo in order to get Appaloosa on the field, okay? You can't just fucking drop down a level 4 monster and have 2 fucking negates. Alright? All good, Mopey, all good. I'll probably catch you later. I probably shouldn't be reading much longer because it is almost midnight and I do need to get some sleep. But, this guy's absolutely fucking insane. These card levels become 5 if you control the machine monster. Okay, that's some synergy, I guess. But I don't like just having a monster with like 2 free Omni negates on a normal summon. That's a bit... Sorry, actually 3, by the way, because you could probably activate it a 3rd time. Because even if it has 100 attack, you can still, like, you know, lose 700 attack to 0. Like, this is kind of fucked. I think you need an extra clause in here as well, just in case it does not have enough to activate its effect. But regardless, this is absurd. It's like a mini Appaloosa. What if you had, like, multiple cards like this on the field? Alright? Because I feel like being a level 4 light machine monster, you could bring out a couple of them, alright? Bring a couple of them, then just lock down your opponent, yeah? Fucking hell. Metal Sheep Blaster. Oh, sure. If you control a Metal Sheep monster with a different name than this card, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card loses 1,000 attack if it battles a monster that isn't in this column. Set cards in this card's column cannot be activated. Alright. I like how... Oh, no, it does lose 1,000 attack. Okay. I don't know. What kind of synergy are you going for here with, like, it becomes a level 5 machine monster, plus this one just doesn't become a level 5 machine monster, I guess? And has something to do with fucking columns? Right? No Demolitioner. Fire, rank 6 plant XYZ. Okay. 2 or more different level ingredient monsters. The XYZ summon this card cannot be activated. When XYZ summoned cards and effects cannot be activated, gains the following abilities based on how many materials it has. 2 or more, gain 500 attack and defense for each material attached to it. 3 or more. Wait. Okay, 3 or more. Once per turn, you can look at your opponent's hand and all set cards on their field. Okay. 5 or more. This card's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects. I mean, hang on. When XYZ summon cards and effects cannot be negated, I'm assuming that's to stop people from, like, using Solemn Strike and shit on it, but this card kind of sucks ass, not gonna lie. Also, it doesn't have, like, a 4 or more effect. But okay. You can just use Raigeki, it's gone. A Transcended Dark Magician. Yeah? Yeah? Really? Dark level 10 Magician Synchro. It's just a Dark Magician. Okay. Why is it level 10? Oh, because Dark Magician is probably like level 7. And you'd have a level 3 tuna monster to bring it up. While face up on the field, Sorry. Why'd you put this backwards? Is this one or more non-tuner spellcaster monster plus one or more tuners? Is that what that is? That seems a little ridiculous, but okay. Once while face up on the field, this card is also light attribute. Once per chain, you can target one card on the field and place a counter on it. Cards on the field who has a counter gains the following effect. Just a counter. Any counter. Okay. This card is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Okay. Once per turn quick effect, you can remove any number of counters on the field, at least one. This card gets 5 attack and defense for each counter removed. If this card's in your graveyard banished by your opponent's card effects, you can remove all counters on the field or summon this card. When you say remove all counters on the field, are we talking like all kinds of counters? Like all of them? Every single one? Because you didn't specify what type of counter. Like rain counters? Fog counters? Spell counters? Is it A counters? What are they called? I feel Konami should read this. I pitched an archetype here long ago. On one of these threads materialized as Memento, Trihorn Dragon and all. Wait, really? I didn't actually read that. Oh, I'm sorry. I think your other post was fucking weird, but alright. First suggestion, instead of printing... I don't think Konami is actively looking at the Steam discussion threads for new card archetypes. I don't think they're doing that. But, you know, more power to you. First suggestion, instead of printing restrictions on Toon Monster cards, rule, additional destroyed... Wait, hang on. Oh, he just doesn't want them to be taken up with more text. Alright, he's gonna put his OC in there. Manga Utopia Jump, right? Oh, this was recent. Wait, 8 hours ago. Oh my god, that's why it's fucking up here. I don't have any fucking fantasy cards I would want to be real anyway. But neato. What a fucking blast. What is this? What is this? This isn't Admiral.
I'll skip the selection. Not interested for it. I guess I'll keep play the mana. What? And lab. As well, Memento. These I like. Use in next DC. Or WCQ. Comes up. Wish everyone luck. 100%. Once again, I'm not use penned cards at all. So I have no I have to counter them if I can as well those Fire Kings. Wow. Wowie. This guy. Such a recent post as well. That might be it for me today though. I'm getting fucking tired. But let me end things